Well, there is, of course, the issue that should lahars be generated in the Waiwhakaiho catchment at any stage in the future, the fact that New Plymouth obtains its water supply from this catchment downstream of the highway and into Lake Nga would mean that this supply would need to be cut off immediately. And although one would be lucky to have the storage facility of the lake for a set period of time, the quality of any water coming down that catchment would be severely degraded for quite a long period of time, and this would not be easy to contend with if we had prolonged volcanic activity. Therefore, alternative supplies would be required, and this is where groundwater wells elsewhere in the province would be of extreme value, and I imagine one might be using a lot of milk tankers to transport water to those in need. As far as the countryside that forms the Waiwhakaiho catchment today, one has to recognise that most of the soils are of volcanic origin and therefore have excellent physical properties, what we would call superb physical fertility. They have lots of voids in what are low bulk density soils that allow ready root penetration to depths of 7 metres or more and resist pugging from the hooves of dairy cows. So these soils are just ideal for farming and horticulture. The youngest soils tend to be sandy and gravelly and have their limitations, but they're relatively restricted to close to the riverbeds. In the Waiwhakaiho region, there is a younger eruption, the Inglewood tephra, we call it, which is a pumice erupted about 3,600 years ago, and this does have a particularly low magnesium content, and we think that that, coupled with the higher rainfall in the Inglewood district, is responsible for a greater prevalence of magnesium deficiency, particularly in dairy cows, but most farmers are able to cope with that by supplementing magnesium in the diet. As you move down towards the coast, the other great value is that you move into a warmer climatic zone, which is recognised from about New Plymouth northwards. It tends to hug the coast as a frost-free zone. I know people in New Plymouth who grow pawpaws in this zone, and it does provide the opportunity for more high-value subtropical horticulture. And you do see along that segment of coast avocado orchards, some market gardening, feijoas, citrus, etc. And this may be a positive note for the future, that this warmer zone with the excellent volcanic soils may have the capacity to produce more intriguing and valuable fruits in the future.